stuck here. The cops won't bother me. Alright, I'm about to take my Tenere out for a little spin. I took this one to work today and it's tiny. Very useful. One of the things I like is this. That big trunk space. Of course, on the Tenere, you don't have anything like that. So what I was thinking is, should I get hard bags or soft bags? And I've had hard bags for a while, and I started out getting soft bags, and I think soft bags are pretty decent for. If I ride cross country, I'm going to need a bigger bag to put my tent, my sleeping bag, and all of that. So I'm kind of wondering what I should do. You know, as you ride around and you see bikes, there's all sorts of luggage systems you could get. But the trend these days, especially with adventure bikes, is to get these grotesque bags that look kind of butch. You know, some of them look cool, like tracker bags made out of steel and aluminum. And they are pretty nice. They're like these boxes. That's the hard luggage. You could also get like plastic stuff, which is givey. And that's what I have gotten, you know, throughout my riding experiences. I've had multiple bikes and I've always used luggage. You know, after you start riding a sport bike, you go like, oh man, I need to stop wearing a book bag. And then you start to look for different options. And for me, the best thing possible was getting a book bag off your back and onto the bike and letting the bike do the work for you. The hard luggage that you see on adventure bikes, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. The prices, they're like $1,000. And a lot of makers are making really cool bags, you know, complete with like straps so you can put gas tanks and auxiliary gas tanks onto it. It's as if like people have gone through the Touratech catalog and decided to like make everything kind of like aluminum like and CNC milled and very butch, but they're not that practical for off-road riding. And the reason is, if you're riding an adventure bike off-road and you drop it, those panniers could be the difference between you getting your leg stuck and breaking your leg, or just simply picking up your bike. You know, with soft panniers, it's a lot better to drop it with soft panniers. The hard panniers weigh a lot more, and then you have to get some sort of rack to hold it. So they are much more secure. I do like on a day-to-day basis to have hard luggage, because you know, if you go to a store, you leave your bike out in the parking lot, you don't want people to go through your stuff. And having hard luggage is a good kind of like security. You know, when I rode out west, it is nice to leave the bike while you go explore like some trails, and then you know that nobody's been messing with your luggage because you need a key. But the problem is, it's just so expensive. They've gotten so expensive that I don't even think there's much of a point anymore. Another option that I like is a large duffel, and you don't even need to have a special duffel. You can just get like a gym bag and throw all your stuff in there and just kind of strap it to the top. I like that idea because oftentimes I don't really need luggage. I find that if I have luggage, then I'll just stuff it full of stuff. It is nice to have tools though, you know, having like some tools for your bike when you go on rides, because you never know. It's nice to have like a tire inflator kit. It's nice to have some tools to remove tires. Those are things that's the reason I would carry luggage. Another type of luggage is the scooter luggage. You know, scooters have that under seat storage compartment that's really nice. That's built in. It's kind of like an ST1300, but scooters just make a whole lot more sense when you're commuting. And I think that's why I always prefer commuting now on scooters rather than this. On my SH150, I can get on it, put things underneath the seat, barely anything underneath the seat. It's kind of terrible for that. The SH150 is actually not a good example to use, but let's say a Honda Elite 110. That thing is just so much better for carrying stuff. I don't think I want to spend a lot of money on luggage. Luggage has become a super expensive thing to do for adventure bikes. And as soon as you have an adventure bike, I think makers go, oh, this guy's got plenty of money, I'm gonna up the price. Now, I did like some bags that I bought. They're Adv E21s. They're very narrow, and I used it on my V-Strom. And on the V-Strom, I also had some E45s at a certain point, and they were very large. I liked them. I should have not have sold them. But often, sometimes, I'm like, oh, I gotta make some money. I think I'm just gonna get like some of those Harley Davidson leather saddlebags. Those things hold up really well. Cordura does not. Leather holds up well. It's hard, it's like semi-waterproof. They kind of hold their shape a lot better. But on an adventure bike, they look odd. But then I thought, who the hell cares if they look odd? You know, just go ride. Like, whatever works is probably what you really want. You don't want something to look pretty. And I think the problem is a lot of people now just get adventure bike stuff because they have an adventure bike. So, like, but you don't need to. That's the thing. You don't need those Touratech aluminum panniers that match your bike. You don't need the logo branded on them. It's got to let a good engine brake with this thing. This thing does not let me bring the front wheel up. The traction control kicks in. I don't know what the hell it's doing. You can get luggage for $400, hard luggage, some aluminum panniers or some Givey boxes, about $400. But then I still need the mounts for this bike to hold them up. Now I could, on a pinch, just get a dry bag, a very large dry bag, and that's what, like $100 tops. Or I could just get a very large book bag and just strap it onto my back. And that's kind of like what I did before. I've done that plenty of times. Then you have to like strap it. I don't know, I have a cargo net carrier thing. The fashions that go into motorcycling, I kind of like look at it and I go, does that look cool? Because when I see the BMW guys with their BMWs and then their like matching Touratech outfit with a checker pattern and the reflecting pipes, and then like they have the hard saddlebags that match the outfit, it just looks so bad in my opinion. I just don't see like how any human would look at that and like, ooh, that's how I want to look like. Are back in the old garage. By the way, this bike is very difficult to put on the center stand. So I step on it, right? Like this, and push back, and then you have to kind of yank it. So yeah, in the back here, what I was thinking is just buying some saddlebags, like leather ones from a Harley. Just kind of strapping them on here. And then putting like a large duffel bag here to carry the rest. That might work. That might work, because if I get those saddlebags, they would work on this little Genuine Buddy too. Just kind of strap it over the seat like a horse. It's like Red Dead Redemption style. Same thing here. You get some space. It's like, you don't need hard cases, guys. It's cheaper. It is cheaper to get just some soft bags. My tire's wearing out a little bit. Still got some gunk on that left. Sometimes it takes a while to wear these tires out. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
Sexy time. I made a sexy time with my mother-in-law.
You had sex